have left in this service, I want you to pay particular attention and follow very carefully as we go through this very important message. The title of our message today is Our Urgent Responsibility of Soul Winning. Our urgent responsibility of soul winning. I'm sure if you have been coming to this church for a while, you will know the meaning of soul winning. Sometimes we call it evangelism, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That is soul winning. We are winning soul. But I want to tell you about a man who lived in this Europe very long time ago. His name is called the Terrible Talk. That's his name. The Terrible Talk. His real name is Yusuf, but they call him the Terrible Talk. He was a wrestler. I mean, I don't know wrestlers. People that wrestle. It's a sport. He was a wrestler. And he was an excellent wrestler. He has some advantage. His advantage was that he's a very big man. In fact, his weight was about 350 pounds. That's about 158 kg. That's how much he weighs. So there was no one that he was going to wrestle with that he will not win. In fact, he was the champion of Europe at that time. He wrestles against anyone and he wins. Now, after he has conquered all of Europe, he said, what else? He sailed to America. He said, I have won every contest in Europe. Now I want to go to the other side of the ocean and I want to fight them there. You know, on the other side of the ocean, they also have some wrestlers. Very crazy wrestlers. And they called this man, he was the champion in the US at that time, and they call him the Strangler. Because if he wants to wrestle, in fact, before you know it, he has strangled you. If they don't separate you on time, he will just kill you. So he was the champion in the US. So the Terrible Talk traveled all the way to the US to go and do what? To go and fight the Strangler. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
When he got there, you know the other one was very big. He weighs about 158 kg. He looked at the Strangler on the other side and say, is it this person that you want me to fight? I'm going to finish this one in a few minutes. So the contest, the wrestling started. But as you would imagine, the Terrible Talk finished the Strangler in the twinkling of an eye. And he won the prize. Now, when he won the prize, they said they were going to give him $5,000 at that time. Very long time ago. $5,000 at that time will be equivalent to maybe about 500 million today or even more. So, you know what this man said? He said, don't give me the money. Convert the money to gold. You know how much gold that is going to worth? So they said, okay, is that what you want? They converted all that $5,000 into gold. He took the gold and he stuffed the gold into his championship belt. Because normally when they win, I don't know if you watch it, they normally give them a belt. So all this 5,000 worth of gold, he stuck it into his championship belt and wrapped it around his waist and took the next available ship back to Europe. Now, on his way back, a terrible storm struck the ship. And the ship was sinking. And as the ship was sinking, as far back as then, the rescuers came and they were rescuing people. At that time, the Terrible Talk is already in the water. And because of the weight of the gold, you know, all the 5,000 worth of gold was wrapped around his belt. Because of the weight of gold, they couldn't rescue the Terrible Talk. He sank as lead to the bottom of the ocean. Up till now, he was nowhere to be found. And as I look at the life of the terrible talk, it gave me the picture of our duty as soul winners. That our duty as soul winner is to